Hello, all, and welcome to tonight's beer review, which I am dubbing the pre-Christmas beer review. I've got a few more beers I'm going to review for Christmas, and then I'm going to go and take my usual January sober month after. And I'm looking forward to reviewing this beer because I've already had one of them, and I really quite enjoyed it. And this is Samuel Adams Winter Lager. This is a lager brewed with orange peel, cinnamon, and ginger. And let's read the label, shall we? Winter Lager. For colder nights, lean on Winter Lager, a crisp bock with citrus and spices. The clementine orange aroma is especially refreshing during holiday meals and celebrations. Now, this is a bock. Oh, since you want to go close now, I can go do it like this, I guess. This is a bock. I've heard that it is a wheat bock. And yeah, my camera decided it doesn't want to work anymore. So let's go and slowly pull it back. I have no idea why it does that. I've heard this is a wheat bock. It doesn't say on the label. This is 5.6 ABV and 22 IBUs. I love how Sam Adams goes and puts their IBUs on the bottle. I wish all beer makers did that. And let's go and pour this out, shall we? Now, I'm not sure if the malt bill really does include wheat. I'm sure that you guys who are watching this probably know better than me, since this is a national beer. So, pours out, and almost amber red color, with a off-white to beige head, not too thick. You know, between the bready malts and the notes of ginger on this one, it almost comes across as gingerbready. Hints of the orange peel, and unlike when I say hints of orange peel or orange zest, when I talk about IPAs, this is much more like sweetened orange peel, like the actual squeezed essential aromas of the peel oil. I'm going to go and move this down a little bit. I think it's a little bit too high maybe, and which is why it's doing that. And maybe is there cinnamon in this? Yes, there is cinnamon in this. Definitely hints of cinnamon too. Very much like a pumpkin ale, but very different at the same time too. Absolutely wonderful bouquet. At first sip, I sort of realized that I probably served this a little bit too cold. That ideally it should be a little bit closer to mainland room temperature, so somewhere in between 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It seems a little bit closed up right now. That's my own fault. Moderate carbonation bite up front. Definitely a brown bready finish that ends up fairly clean. Just a slight hint of ginger snappiness in the mid to finish. Very subtle. Definitely underneath the maltiness. The hoppiness is there, adding bitterness, balancing out the malt sweetness, and allowing for a fairly clean finish. I'm giving it a fairly uh, full body hold right now and not letting it go. I'm wanting it to warm up a little bit while I'm reviewing this. As it warms up a bit, the bread is expanding, getting much more defined. And the orange peel is sort of showing up. Right over that ginger. And also a bit above the breadiness of the malts too, somewhat effervescent. This beer is really defined by its malting and the adjuncts, but that's perfectly fine because they did a absolutely wonderful job blending it all together. Excuse me. Highly enjoyable. And that 5.6 ABV, definitely something that you can go and knock back 2 or 3 of. And you will definitely be tempted to. Unlike many other winter warmers, this is not very high alcohol, so I guess it wouldn't count as a winter warmer since winter warmers are sort of defined by the high alcohol count, and it is not anywhere near as roasty. Certainly the malts are red-ish, so it's darker than, say, pale malting, but it's not roasty by any means. Really goes to the level of baked bread. Now, this is a simply wonderful beer. Forgot to mention, completely clear, no haze. And unfortunately, it's about as close to a winter beer that I'm going to be able to get this year because I was not able to get Anchor Christmas, Anchor Holiday Ale, and I wasn't able to even find Jubilee Ale from Deschutes. Deschutes is sold out, and it's really disheartening that it's starting to seem like it's more difficult to find the beers that I know and love now than it was 5 years ago. And part of that is that there's just so much out there now that so much shelf space is taken up by hard seltzers, which I can't stand too much. And what is it? Um, what's the word I'm looking for here? Hard kombuchas, which I have reviewed and I did fairly enjoy, but to be honest, for some reason, hard kombuchas give me severe gastric distress the next day. So I probably will be very far and few in between reviewing those. It's really strange because regular kombucha doesn't do that to me. So, anyways, I'm kind of rambling on about non-related subjects. Samuel Adams Winter Lager. Pretty good beer if you like these sort of spiced beers. I know many people don't. If you don't like spiced beers, yeah, I would definitely stay away from this because it's really defined by it. But it's a pretty interesting take. I like this sort of wheat bock malt base to it. So, give it a shot if you will. That's your beer review for tonight, folks. Cheers.